All right, everybody, what's up? Story time. I know it's been a few days since I've posted, and the lighting is kind of weird because it's nighttime. I'm posting this at nighttime, and I'm filming this at nighttime. But something kind of weird has been happening the past few days that has kind of been getting me on edge. I have anxiety anyway. I have a lot of anxiety related to the real estate stuff because I'm still kind of new. I'm a new investor and I don't have a job. Like, this is my whole job right now. I mean, I'm doing other things for income and stuff like that, but what I'm surviving off of is my rentals. And so it's really important for me to get it right. It's really important for me to not get in trouble and dot my I's, cross all my T's. And so I've just been very careful with everything, like my tenants, sometimes they're like, wow, you're the most responsive person we've ever met, because I'm just so on top of everything when it comes to guests, people staying and whatever. So because none of my properties are in areas that allow short-term rentals, so all of the tenants that stay at my places stay there for at least a month at a time. Usually it's between 3 to 6 months at a time. And so what they all seem to comment is that I'm the most attentive host or landlord that they've had. So I had a recent guest, and this is a few days ago, that was really putting me on edge, and she was putting me on edge to the point where it was kind of making the people around me a little nervous. What's going on? Why are you so on edge? She calls me up. It started last week, so if you started to notice that I haven't been posting since a few days ago, this is why. So she calls me up. Keep in mind, it was the first tenant at my second property. And she's staying there. She had a contract until the end of October. Now it's she calls me mid-September, and she says, we have a situation here. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was in the middle of a meeting, and I text her quickly because she calls me. I was in the middle of a meeting. She texts me, we have a situation here. And I was stupid enough to give her my WhatsApp number because I want to be attentive and I want to be there. So I'm like, oh my God, can I call you back? I'm in a meeting. Is it an emergency? Is your life in danger? And she's like, no, I will explain. And I was like, oh shit, is she getting in a fight with the HOA manager? Is the HOA involved? And she's like, because that second property has an HOA. And she's like, no, they are helping me. And I'm like, okay, if she got the HOA involved, this is something really serious. I'm freaking out. My meeting is shitty because I can't pay attention. I'm like, oh my God, there's a fire. There's something crazy happening. There's some crazy emergency. I call her back, and she says there was a cockroach. By the way, this is Texas, and Texas is known for cockroaches everywhere. It's very hot, and no matter how much you clean your place, there's always going to be cockroaches. And this is the thing in Texas. But it still was crazy to me because I actually have never seen a cockroach at that particular property. I've never seen a cockroach there because they actually do have a pest control service that goes there every month, and also it's a second floor, so I was like, okay, and she's like, yes, there's a cockroach and it looks like an infestation. And I was like, okay. And she's like, and there's wasps everywhere. They're coming out everywhere. I think there's a wasp infestation. I'm like, okay, yeah, there's wasps in Texas. I can understand why she'd be afraid of that. And I actually got scared. I was like, wow, there's a real infestation happening while I was gone. And then she's like, also rodent. There's a rodent infestation. I saw someone and then she saw one of the construction workers working on the place, and apparently he was putting out rodent traps, like rat traps, and the guy didn't speak English, so she's like trying to figure out like what's going on. She's like, oh no, what are you doing? And he's like, we're putting out rat traps. And she's like, oh no, rats, there's rats. And I'm like, are you sure there was rats? Like, did you see rats? And she's like, no. She's like, yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. I saw a rodent. It was going in the ceiling. And I was like, oh my God. Like, first of all, there's no holes in that place, is like brand new renovated. Like, there's no holes in the ceiling. I don't know how a rodent could have gotten inside the ceiling, but maybe it got in from outside. And so she saw it going in from outside and she got scared. And she's like, yes, please bring a professional exterminator. Please. Oh my God. My heart rate is going up because like the way that she got me in a loop over this situation, I called the HOA manager because I thought that was an emergency. And I was like, oh my God, there's a rodent infestation. And the HOA manager got in a fight with the people at the building. And then on top of that, this guy, the construction guy, his name was Carlos. He like gave his number to the tenant, who gave his number to me and told me to call him to see what's going on. So I called this guy Carlos, and I didn't understand anything Carlos was saying because he was just like, I know my daughter. Like, I didn't understand a word he was saying. And then I tried to like talk to the HOA manager about it, and the HOA manager, who had been fighting all day over this rodent situation, which doesn't even exist, but apparently because I was like, guys, I think there's a rodent situation based on the tenant, which I shouldn't have done that. I should have asked her for pictures. So he was like, you know what, like, please don't text me anymore, please just do it through the HOA portal and whatever, and like, you've caused us like so much issue. And like basically I got in a mini beef with my HOA manager, and I was like trying to calm down. I was like, I'm so sorry, whatever, like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna ask my tenant for pictures. So I asked her for pictures, and she basically doesn't cooperate. But she's like, I haven't been staying there for the past few days because I was so afraid of the rodents and whatever. And so I need my money back. And I'm like, I can't give you your money back. Like, I'm sorry. And she's like, I need my money back. And also like, I need like a professional exterminator to come. And like, so, okay, professional exterminators are expensive, and also like it doesn't really work like with roaches. If you cook food, if you like leave food out, if you cause a mess, there's gonna be roaches. Even if you don't cause a mess, it's Texas and it's hot, like there's gonna be roaches. But like, the thing that got me really worried was like, that apartment never has roaches usually, so like I was just worried. I don't even know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I've been freaking out, and I knew immediately when she started asking for her money back, like, oh shit, that she's gonna ask for her back. She's gonna ask for the rent that she already paid. She's gonna ask for it back, and then obviously she's not gonna pay any more money for her rent. We have a situation on our hands. It's gonna be a tenant that is gonna refuse to leave. So I start getting nervous, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want you to be in a situation that you're uncomfortable with. Please, let me know when you can move out, and I will give you a refund. I'll give you a refund for the days that you move out. Obviously, we can't give you a refund for the days that you've occupied the property. I don't care if you were like standing outside of the property, but like, you can't get a refund if you've occupied the property, and I wasn't able to rent out to anyone else. And then on top of that is like, because she was booked all the way until the end of October, I wasn't able to, this listing was blocked from the public being able to book it. So I wasn't able to get any other tenant in it. And so I lost all that money also. And then someone else booked it from when she had finished booking it. So I'm already losing a lot of money by allowing her to leave and allowing her to like get a refund. But it was so important to me to get this woman out, because it really sounded like this woman was toxic. It sounded like she was toxic and manipulative, and she was trying to get me to give her money. That was, anyway, so like, this is a situation where I'm already losing money, but it's like, in order to prevent further craziness, like in order to, because this woman obviously, also another thing was like she was seeing things, she was hearing things, like just the more I was talking to her, it sounded like she was mentally unstable. So she was very polite though. She was very polite, very nice, very official. But I was getting a weird gut feeling that she might be mentally unstable and might cause further issues. So I was very, very eager to get her out, and I didn't care about losing money because it's just, please, no more issues. Like, just get out. And so she's like, okay, I found a new place. And then I also had her go. So this is through Airbnb. So I was like, please only communicate through the Airbnb app. She was like driving the Airbnb people crazy because these people have been texting me all day nonstop. And I'm like, and she's like, well, I have to get back in there because I left some of my mail there. So I let Airbnb support know while the cleaning lady was there today, and she didn't see any of your mail. And she even checked in the mailbox and she didn't see any of your mail. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's all I have to say. And they're like, well, it's very important mail. And so this is what she's telling Airbnb support to tell me. It's very important mail. Please get her mail. I don't have your mail. And she's like, well, I need the key to your place so that I can get your mail. Past tenants can't have the key to my place to get the mail. So anyway, we leave it at that. My cleaning lady is walking out of the place, and she notices a lady sprawled on the floor, on the cement floor, by the unit. And the lady, my cleaning lady tells me, is very nice looking lady. I don't know if she on drugs, but she is just lying down there. She's dressed nicely. She has her purse sprawled out on the floor, and she's just like she looks like she's, I don't know what is happening. Cleaning lady is explaining this to me. And I'm like, like, what did she look like? And what was she doing there? And she's like, I don't know. I asked her, she okay? She says she okay. I say, ma'am, do you need any help? And she says she's okay. And I was like, so what is like her physical appearance? And she's like, well, she describes the lady's physical appearance. I'm like, okay, was it this lady? And I send her a couple pictures of the tenant. And she's like, yes, that is her. And I'm like, ah. And so I send a message to Airbnb letting them know that there is a woman matching the description of this tenant lying on the floor next to my property. And knowing that she has been asking for keys to get back in the property, I'm afraid of her trespassing back in the property, especially since there is supposed to be another tenant to go in there. And this place is very high security. Like, they ask for background checks, and like we really go through everything. And we actually went through a background check with this lady, and we didn't find anything in her past. That's why we let her stay there. And so I'm like, oh my God, this might be a situation. And the cleaning lady is actually going back with a friend to check, but I'm like, I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, what if she's gonna be in danger by being there? What if this lady is having a psychotic breakdown? I have no clue. I don't know who this person is. I'm not there. I can't, like, my hands are tied. What if we need to call the police? Like, what do we do? So I'm still waiting to hear back from Airbnb. Like, I'm still waiting to hear back from, like, I'm just sitting here just in suspense because I'm like, oh shit, like, this is a high security community. Like, if there's an episode with some Airbnb tenant, even though she's like a long-term tenant, like, she's obviously not well. There's going to be some problems with the HOA for sure. There's going to be issues with them. And we might have to call the police. Like, I don't know what's going on. But anyways, I will let you guys know tomorrow when I find out what happens. Cool. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll have more videos up. But anyway, I have some other like really cool ideas and things that I'm working on, things that we're working on. We meaning like some of you guys, some people that watch this channel, and some friends and just different people. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone that I've been talking to, that, you know, been working on different projects together. And I'm really excited for certain things to happen. Anyway, I know this all sounds really vague, and hopefully I give you more details coming up. But now I just have to find out what's going on with these people, and then I get to sit back, and we are gonna watch the Anna Delvey show. I think it's called like something Discovering Anna or something. Anna Delvey. It's like this really fun scammer show, and yeah. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.